Namaskar, everyone. Welcome back. Just take a moment to come back into body consciousness and to integrate the soul's energies in the body. Ensure you bring enough oxygen back into the body so that your eyes can see clearer, your brain can function better, your senses can operate better. Because you restrict the oxygen when you slow down the breath in the meditation. So welcome to Sunday, everyone. Always a glorious day. The time needs to come when you can really enjoy the human experience of what it is. I continue to remind you that you live in an animal body. As much as you want to adorn the body, as much as you want to pleasure the body, as much as you want to preserve it, the body is only here for a time and for a purpose. Time and purpose. Like everything else that is created, it exists on a timeline. More importantly, are you making the best use of this timeline? And you've allowed yourself to go through the conventional academic system as your education. Is that real education? That is education for work. We've been programmed by the society to educate ourselves for labor. And whilst that's good, we need to act in the world in such a way that we can survive as a global community, as a national community. But more importantly, what about the inside? What about well-being, social well-being, holistic well-being, well-being of the soul, soul's well-being? What about that? Wouldn't you say that that is the most important? Because then that will make everything else happen in flow, in harmony. But of course, you know that we are in a yuga that is not meant to be a yuga of total harmony. The universe has it programmed in such a way that this yuga is a yuga of darkness. And the journey of life is a journey from ignorance to full awareness of self. Ignorance of self to full awareness of self. Animal consciousness to divine consciousness. That's the journey of life. Now, is everything that you're doing every day, whether it's in the workplace or not, I've been to the workplace. Fortunately for me, I took a retreat to take stock of who I am, what I am, where am I going, my purpose. That's the 4 months I spent in there. But I got so filled, so awakened, so driven, that I came back to the normal workplace, but different. And I continued my spiritual journey in the workplace. I never left the workplace except for 40 days. I have used every part of my life purposefully. And my goal now is to contribute to humanity, to uplift its consciousness, and to integrate in the workplaces, but with a difference. So we need to be conscious of who we are, where we are going. And don't be led by the blind. Those who are after pleasure and power, those are the blind ones. Totally immersed in ignorance, and those who promote life goals as being pleasuring the body and trying to preserve the body, ultimately it has to go. But I want to add to this story of timeline and purpose. That we exist in infinite power. And what links us to that power? That which we call God. And for a number of us who are humanly identified, we think of God as a huge man somewhere, a woman. Father, Mother, God. But is God that? What is the ultimate relationship with this God, this power being? It is to realize that we exist in the divine. And this knowledge is not unknown to us. The Bible of the Christian says, in Him, but I remove the gender, I take it to mean, in that we live, move, and have our being. Hindus say, in Hindu wisdom, Aham Brahmasmi. That my I has a divine existence. My soul has a divine existence. So it's extremely important to understand that we exist in the divine. And what does it mean? It means that I am always in the divine, like a spark in a fire. The divine qualities are in me, they are me. My thought comes from the divine. My emotional energy comes from the divine. My desires come from the divine. I'm channeling energies through the desire from that divine source within me, inexhaustible. So the goal should be to be conscious of that in every moment. Now you put that in the context of your life. Are you conscious of that? When you're eating, you're caught up in the taste and pleasure. When you're socializing, you're caught up in the exchanges. When you're working in the workplace, you're so caught up in that as well. All these things can happen with a more expansive awareness. Eating in that divine conscious state. What happens when you eat in the divine conscious state? You're witnessing the food. You're witnessing the ego as it becomes consumed. You're witnessing the process of eating, and you're witnessing the food. There's a mantra that they say before meals in India, that the eater is divine. The process of eating is divine, and the food is divine. It is reminding you. The joy of the experience is divine. The process of enjoyment is divine. And the object is also divine. Can you have that awareness in every moment? Then God is not absent. Then God is ever present. That's the goal of the seeker. That the divine should be ever present as a source existence, as the ultimate reality. Hindu wisdom says, Tattvamasi, that thou art. That infinite self that pervades the entire universe is who you are. Know it. And be free. Realize it and be free. Wake up to it and be free. It's only a matter of waking up. In the same body, when you wake up, you begin to realize that you're not the body. For those of you who know the great yogi Raman Maharishi, his main spiritual experience is that he just felt that he was going to die as a young man. He succumbed to it. Just lay down and allowed himself to come into that experience. He shifted completely into being not the body. It took him quite a while to get back into normal life. He just became so absorbed in it. He got so immersed in that state that insects started to come out of his flesh. They had to find him and help him to come back into the normal consciousness. But he was never the same. Of course, a great soul being born again. So easy to wake up. The great souls are easy to wake up. For a lot of us, it's more difficult because we are born by the karmas. But we should be conscious of the karmas and work them through, because the karmas reflect the stage where you're born, astrological configuration, the genes, they all represent the karmas. So you should be ever so conscious of them. Don't resist them, don't fight them. Learn to work in alignment, in co-creation with the universe, working through the karmas and lifting your consciousness step by step. And when that becomes an adventure, the adventure of waking up to all that you are, then you begin to enjoy life. And when you begin to flow with the universe, not to resist things, not to complain, not to blame others, but to take full responsibility and work in harmony with the universe. The universe is always speaking to you in every moment. The universe is speaking here. The universe is speaking in everybody you listen to. The universe is speaking. What is it telling you? It is telling you you need to work with what is before you to make the next step. You're constantly being communicated with by an infinite universe. If only you would see it. If only you would see it in a flash, your life will change. But we are so steeped in ignorance, in convention, in conditioning, that we are not able to wake up. Only when we meet those souls who can really shake us and shock us can we begin to wake up. But we have to be receptive. We cannot be sleeping in the maya, in the illusion. in the lust for power, lust and greed for power and pleasure. No. If we are caught, that's it for us. We have to go through that whole karmic journey of the lost. The prodigal son of the Bible clearly describes it. So that's my Sunday talk. I hope it's been inspiring. Truth needs to be told. Have a blessed Sunday, everyone. It's a joyous play. Know it. Namaskar.